I've seen, you guys in the studio, videos of you guys kind of coming up with ideas. Yeah. How much is jamming a part of it? How much is like, I've got a bass part, I've got a guitar part, if John has a guitar part that he's working on or whatever, Anthony has a vocal line. How did Chili Peppers songs come together historically?
You just said it all right there.
Anything, right?
All of it, yeah, anything. Yeah. It's like we have all these tools, and whatever we have, we use. A lot of great songs have come from jams, because usually, it's always different, but usually we plug in, we get into a room, and someone just starts, starts just playing whatever they're thinking of at the time. It might be something they thought of at home beforehand, but usually not. In a jam, it's just like letting the moment exist, and all the reference points that we share and stuff just start jamming, and next thing you know, we're playing something and kind of like, everyone's kind of looking at each other like, yeah, that feels good. We might be jamming for an hour and a half, and that might not happen for an hour and a half. It might sound like shit, but all of a sudden it's like something clicks in that feels good, and it's like, someone records it on their phone or whatever we had, or just remembers it, but it's like, oh, that sounds like a verse or a chorus or even a bridge, or it might be sound like, oh, that sounds like a bridge for that other tune we were working on last week, or whatever it is. Jams like that. And then lots of times, I come in with a bass line that I thought of at home, like, oh, this will be a good song, or maybe a whole series of bass lines that all connect into a song that imply chords or, certain rhythms. And John, Frusciante is, he's, of us, I think, the great songwriter in the group. He's really, really, and like we really had a thing before he joined the band. Like we had a thing. Yeah. An inimitable thing. But when he came, he was able to really help us channel that inimitable thing into really good song structures. He was just so good with chords and melodies, and he's such a studier of the structure of songwriting, which I hadn't really done. I never played along with records or anything. I always just do my own freaky thing, and I really learned a lot from him and got better at that myself. But he's really great at it, and all of a sudden I felt like he was able to give something, especially to Anthony as a lyricist and a singer, that I wasn't able to give. I'm much better at giving that now, but I wasn't good at that, And so all of a sudden we were all, because before that I was kind of running the show with the musical part of the songwriting, like everything came from a bass line pretty much. And when, not everything, but most of it. Right. And then when John came, all of a sudden, like, here's this chord and melody, you know what I mean? And I never would have thought of that. I would have thought of it, and it happens, when it's under the bridge. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so he bought something like that, and, we all really learned from him. But, so we all, we just kind of figured it out, So then things started coming from that in a really profound way. Because I'm sorry to get back to your question, but so I'm coming with bass lines. John's coming in with these guitar parts and melodies. Chad is and the drummers through the years, just locking in. You know what I mean? Like ultimately, it's always this thing. Like for me, whether I'm playing with the group or playing by myself, like I'll be sitting there, just laying down, and all of a sudden I'll notice there's like this big drool going down to my chest, And it's like, oh, I'm doing something good. Like I'm so gone, I'm fucking drooling. You know what I mean? And it's in those moments where it's like, because the great stuff doesn't come from figuring and thinking and cerebral. I mean, yeah, sure, you study knowledge, but you study it to let go of it, and you have it as a vehicle to let God come through, So, I mean, everything is vital, everything is important. The relentless study and the lifestyle of like a musician, that's what I do. Going back to the thing of not having another plan, like this is it.
If you're playing a bass part and does Chad say, what are you doing there? And then you kind of go back and forth and figure out, oh, that groove is good, or I don't like the feel of that, or maybe you could do this. Is there a give and take on the thing and adjusting it?
For sure, yeah. It depends, or maybe try this or that. Yeah. And everyone's always like, wants to tread carefully around everyone else's ego, That's the hard part about a communal thing.
Is it weird when you come in to present an idea, even nowadays, are you kind of, I wonder if they're going to like it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, less so now, 'cause I don't care as much. Because I really, I feel like as time goes by, I learn my own value and believe in myself more, but And I know it sounds crazy to say, but yeah, always. Like, you sit at home and you play something and you think it's great and this is going to be great for the band, and you bring it in, the guys are just kind of, I don't really feel it. You know what I mean? And it's just
Flea,
like,
this is very funny because everybody that I interview says the same thing. These songs that become iconic, when the person that presents them, they always are kind of like, oh, are these guys going to like this?
Yeah, no, always, man. Yeah, it's just a thing. It's like, it's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like being in a band is a very vulnerable feeling, and people deal with it in different ways. You can be like overly arrogant and insensitive to protect yourself. You can be, kind of self-sabotaging and insecure about it to the point of holding back to protect yourself. And ultimately, the goal is to get to a place where you don't need to do any of that. You don't need to be arrogant. You don't need to be, whiplash your own self. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to lash in or lash outwards. You just present it and be in the moment. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey, this is what I thought of. I even said it's funny. I didn't watch all that Beatles stuff. They put out that long doc thing.
Yeah.
Mostly because I spent, like Chili Peppers had just made 2 double albums, and we spent every day sitting there, hey, try this, try that, let's play this, let's play that. And then to look at a doc of these guys doing that and not putting us on their level at all, believe me. But I'm just saying that, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to watch it. But later on, I watched a little bit of it, and I think I saw like George presenting I Me Mine to those guys. And he's so like, I don't know if you guys don't like it, I don't care. And you can tell he's protecting himself because he's used to them saying, no, let him, you know what I mean? No.
Well, I'll get on the barrel organ.
I don't care if you don't want it. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be musical.
And they even kind of made fun of him a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's this spellbindingly beautiful fucking song that stands the test of time as a beam of cosmic light, And, so it's like,
Doesn't matter what band you're in, right?
Yeah, it's part of growing up, But the thing is, it's like trying, always trying, never giving up, always trying to grow, always trying to be a student, always knowing yourself better, and ultimately learning to love yourself, And music is